Steps to finding a math model for a set of data. When we say math model, we mean an equation which represents the pattern. So the first thing you do is you highlight your data. The first column will go on the x-axis, the second column will go on the y-axis, and make sure you include your titles for your columns. They will go on the labels. Once you do that, you're going to go to the Insert menu, and you're going to insert a chart. The spreadsheet will try to guess what kind of chart is best. So over here on the chart editor, under chart type, make sure it says scatter plot. A lot of times it'll say line plot, and we don't want that. We want to see the actual data points, so we're going to get a scatter plot. Scrolling down a little bit here, on the x-axis we should have the diameter. That should be the first column right here. And we should have on the series, the y-axis, the circumference. That's the second column, so that looks good. If you click off of it to get the editor back, you click right here on these three little dots and go to Edit Chart. Okay, once we have the x and the y-axis in the scatter chart, we're going to go to Customize. We're going to go to Chart Title and put a title on here. The title is going to be the relationship between, and we always put what's on the y-axis first, so that's circumference and diameter. And now we put the context. This was round objects at school. So that's my title. So we say the relationship between, and then whatever's on the y-axis comes first, and then whatever's on the x-axis, and then we put the context. After we finish with the titles, make sure the labels are correct. This should be diameter in centimeters, circumference in centimeters. If those aren't correct, you can go right here and you can go to horizontal axis title and you can edit it. Make it whatever you want. Okay? I'm going to collapse the chart titles editor. I'm going to go down to series. Under series, we click trend line. That adds a line of best fit. You can see there it is. We need to find its slope and its intercept. So if you continue going down under trend line, you'll see label, and here you click on use equation. This tells us that the slope is 3.14 and the intercept is 0.02. Since the intercept is small, less than 5% of the y-axis scale, then we're going to ignore it. So the y-axis scale goes to 200. 5% of 200 is 10. And this is definitely less than 10, so we're going to ignore it. So the slope is 3.17. So now we're going to write our math model, our equation. We're going to go to Custom here, and we are going to type in the proper equation. It's got to be an equation. So instead of y, we're going to use y equals mx plus b. But instead of y, we're going to say c for the circumference, because it's on the y-axis. So instead of y, we're going to use c. That equals the slope, which was 3.14, times whatever's on the x-axis, which is the diameter. And then we are ignoring the intercept, so that is going to be it. We can go down here to legend, and we can move it to the inside, so it moves it inside the graph here, and we can make it a little bigger since it's important. So here is our math model. Here's the equation, which shows the pattern between the diameter and the circumference. And of course, you guys already know this, that slope is pi. The circumference is equal to pi times the diameter. But you didn't have to know that. You could just go around measuring objects, like we did here. Measuring objects, and from plotting that data, you can find the relationship. Okay? So that's the idea there. To finish this up, go back to Edit Chart. Somehow I screwed it up. There we go. Now we're back. So that's what your final graph will look like. You'll have circumference and diameter, the math equation, a title, and a trend line. Okay? To turn it in, you're going to click up here where it says Share. Under here where it says Get Link, you're going to hit Change, and you're going to choose Southern Hancock Schools. And then over here, under Viewer, you're going to choose Editor. And once you do that, you're going to hit Copy Link, and that's the link you will turn in on Canvas. Okay?